Share the video, share the video, share the video. Just open table. OP table, OP table, OP table. Front of me, just OP table. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Facebook Live, just OP table. First of all, I want to apologize for not being here last weekend. I had some family issues that which I was taking care of. But Chairman Joseph Sikisasile Jr. and that of Nyan and that Fulule, to fellow Jarate, with the honorable man Samuel Sir Jackson Morris appeared last weekend. It was really, really good. I was watching from a little corner, even though I had some family emergency that which I was attending to. But I apologize to you openly today, give open table, that I'm back. I'm back like I never left. Yeah, we have come again to discuss the issue. The issue that will make the Liberian people happy back home. The topic of discussion, the Liberia election, Liberia general election, Liberia presidential general election, November 14, 2023. You know the party versus the CDC. Who's going to be the next president of Liberia? That's what we're going to be discussing today. We expect you to call in. You can see the number on the screen. The number is 317-717-1162. You got to call and give your contribution as to who you believe that will become the next president of the Republic of Liberia. Will it be Josiah Buakai? Or will it be Judge Upon Weah, Judge Manuel Weah, the incumbent president of the Republic of Liberia? Call today, because we will not appear again until election is over. Election is on Tuesday, the 14th of November 2023. After the 14th, we will know who is the next president of the Republic of Liberia. That's why we have taken our time again today to come and discuss the issue that is affecting Liberian people. Because we need a perfect leader, the leader that is a choice of the people, Liberia. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure indeed. It's a pleasure indeed once more to share the table, open table with the Honorable Chairman Joseph Sikisasile Jr. Honorable Chairman, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fine.
Yeah, Nyan Fulula will be joining us anytime soon. The favorite restaurant, Niba Kante, is somewhere in Virginia. Taking care of some business. But I know Nyan Fulula will be joining us from a hotel room. Hey, Nyan Fulula. Nyan Fulula is in Virginia. If you don't know now, you know, open table, get the news. Thank you very much. We'll be diving struggling into the issue. So, Chairman, how you look at the upcoming election, November 14, 2023? I know you are following closely, even though probably you may appear today and say you're neutral, but I know there's no neutrality. Your political leader, Alexander Cummings, say he's neutral. But I wish I know that he's not neutral. Politically, after observing with my political eyes, I know that Alexander Cummings is not neutral. When his party have openly endorsed the incumbent political party, that CDC. But anyway, there are many more. We're going to be diving into that as well. And again, it's a breaking news again on Open Table that Thomas Koyoba, one of his sons, attacked Prince Johnson openly in Liberia County. That is something we're going to be discussing. I wish Nyanvula here. He hears from Liberia County. Nyanvula, I wish he was here to give us some information. We will also be discussing the political parties that supporting CDC, that cross over the CDC, and those that are also supporting the Unity Party. We'll be discussing that. That and many more. We'll be discussing that in studio. This open table. If you're in Pennsylvania, this open table in Indianapolis, where we are discussing liberation. Masorado County, Bon County, Niba County, Lofa County.
Wherever you are listening from, this is the Open Table. Welcome back again to the greatest SYZ, the greatest SYZ here in Indiana and the world at large. I mean, first of all, we want to say thanks to all our veterans. We are talking about veterans in these United States. Today is Veteran Day, and it is an honor and it is an extreme privilege for us to be in the nation that offer us more. Right? Purely because of the sacrifices of men and women, we are here today with our voice loud, our voice clear, that we can speak our minds even when our voices are shaking. So it's important. It's important, very important, and that we honor and we say thank you to the veterans everywhere in these United States, and even those overseas who are serving. It's a privilege and an extreme honor for us to be in this great land because of your sacrifices. Going back home, you said wherever you're listening from, we're talking about Lofa, we're talking about Nimba, we're talking about Grand Crew, we're talking about Bon, we're talking about Bonman, we're talking about Masurado, Maryland, we're talking about Grand G, we're talking about River G, we're talking about Sound of Grand Kipman, Bapulu. Wherever you are listening from in Liberia, we say we hope that you are getting prepared for Tuesday. Tuesday is very important. It's very important to Liberians back home. You will have the choice to make. This is the time you have the power. If you ever admire politicians, if you ever admire senators, representative presidents, vice presidents, you have the opportunity to sack some of them on October 10th. And you did that. You sacked some of them. In the voice of Trump, you are fired. Trump went home. On Tuesday, you have that opportunity again. Two people in the race. Two people. You will be telling one you are fired, or you will be telling one you are retired. You have the choice. Either you are fired or you are retired. So, up to Liberians. Go to the polls and use your power wisely. Either you are fired or you are retired. That's the choice. It's an awesome privilege to be hanging here with Jonesy XYZ, my senior man, awesome co-chairman of Open Table, a very great son of Lofa County. It's always a privilege to be here. How you doing, Jonesy XYZ, my brother?
Thank you very much. I will highlight the biggest, the biggest political party that crossed over. We're not going to discuss petty political parties. We're going to start with the CPP. The CPP crossed over to the CDC in a runoff election. We have also ALP crossed over to the CDC. And we have LPP that's Tawan Gongolo Party crossed over to the Unity Party. ACO, I know some people might say ACO is divided, but once the Senate barrel goes to CDC, we say the crossover is, to Unity Party. We say ACO cross over to the Unity Party. Those are the biggest political parties that swing over. Two, we're discussing 4 here. 2 went to the CDC, and 2 went to the Unity Party. Those are things that are very relevant. We got to discuss them. And we will tell you the weight of those political parties, what I will determine the wins of other political parties like CDC or UP. We're going to be diving into that as well. But without further delay, we're going to stop the theme song right now and discuss the issue, dive straight into the issue. Today we don't have a studio guest, it's just me and Honorable Chairman. But you know we can do it. Yeah, we are here, we can do it very well. Honorable Chairman, I'm going to start the theme song so we can start discussing the issue because time is not in your favor.
You can go ahead.
We'll also be telling you the attack on Prince Yolube Johnson, the attack on the senior senator of Niba County by Thomas Kwame, son of Niba County. Thank you very much. We're going to start right there. Anyway, without further delay, we're going to dive straight into the issue and discuss the issue that Liberian people want to listen to. If you don't know, comes Tuesday, November 14, is the election in Liberia between the Unity Party and that of the CDC. We are observing it very closely, and there are some chaos going on in Liberia. Thomas Koyomba's son from the CDC have attacked Prince Johnson. We got a video here. If we don't play the video, but we will play the voice recording so you can listen to them, and so they can be convinced that the information is coming from strictly from Liberia. Prince Johnson himself going to be speaking, but we'll discuss that. But before that, we want to dive straight into the issue wherein the CPP Senate barrel have crossed over to, the CPP Senate barrel have crossed over to the CDC. So we have Honorable Man Joseph Zigzag Jr. in studio, who is somehow supporting the CPP. Is going to be telling us why is it that their political party have given their support to the CDC. Honorable Chairman, how are you doing today?
Great.
Yeah, I know you are a permanent member of the CPP, if not a supporter, if not a member, but a supporter somehow, because I know you're not going to vote. You are in the diaspora, so you're not voting. I don't think I can say permanent member because you don't have voter registration card, but you are in support of the CPP. So with the CPP candidate giving her support to the CDC in the runoff election, what is your take on the CPP crossing over to the CDC? And the CPP is let's say it's an opposition party, and we still have an opposition party in the race. That's the Unity Party. Why didn't they go to the Unity Party, but they went to support the CDC? What is your take on that as a member of the CPP?
First of all, thank you. First of all, I hope you are aware of the statement the Senate barrel pulled outside Alexander Cummins. I supported Cummins in 2017. I supported him in 2023. However, he decided to remain neutral. Yet, the executive of CPP decided to support CDC. And as you can see, some of the executives from CPP, they went to UP. However, that the overwhelmingly endorsed or supported WIA and CDC. Now, to be frank, This is politics. And in politics, you
Can
seek
you
your
look at
interest.
your phone, please? Injection. Can you look at your phone, please?
And in politics, you seek your interest. So whenever you, I'm doing so. I'm already doing so on my phone.
Okay, I don't have it.
Yeah. So whenever you have an interest in something, or your interests align with others, you go that way. Or when something is being offered, or maybe a come to Jesus movement, like Alexander Cummins put out a few things he was asking for both parties. And I don't think either party met his criteria or what he put out. So he decided to be neutral. However, CPP, uh, when with CDC, we should not sit here and overlook the power of CPP. CPP is ANC and is Liberty Party. Uh, they will benefit CDC in these runoffs. And it's important that we pay attention to that. Now, some will say why he didn't support the opposition or why CPP didn't support the opposition. Look, when you are in the driver's seat or when you are at the table, you should be the one making better negotiation. I would like to ask the question the other way around. Why didn't UP offer more? As a matter of fact, UP burned down bridges. They created a chaos going into the runoff. We told them to do politics with a little bit of caution, for them to cultivate their emotions, and for them to be humble in the process because this day was going to come. Now that you ran a campaign solely based on arrogance and hate in the runoff, you cannot just ask others to come to you and they run to you. That's not how it's going to work. UP knew that. I don't know if they were overlooking the process or they were just being naive to know that this process was going to go to a second round. It was clear, it was glaring. Everything was pointing to a second round. And they decided to be arrogant, they decided to be hateful, and they decided to be pompous, and they thought they could take this thing the first round. No. Now that you are going into the second round, supposed to change the tactic, supposed to play better politics. They still they still playing the politics they are used to. So oppositions, they are not forced to endorse another opposition or follow other opposition. But the fact of the matter here is this other opposition is not welcoming. And if you don't welcome people to your home, they will not visit you. So UP is kind of in this process. They got some endorsement over here and there. I pity that condition because they really need an overwhelming majority of the opposition bloc because you need the resources, you need the people, you need the voices overwhelmingly on the opposition bloc to beat George Weah. This is Liberia. This is Africa we are talking about. A certain president in the runoff, George Weah will have to be tired with power for UP to have a chance comes November 14th. And they should spare all the noise and the war drum. Because when UP was in power, they did exactly the same thing in 2011. They took power back by whatever means possible. So everything is pointing in that direction. We hope that Judge Weah will allow the process to be free and fair and transparent. However, should they have any differences or qualms, he will be playing exactly from that playbook. This is exactly what he did in 2011. So,
Thank you. Thank you very much. Listen to you. You elaborated with efficiency, but there's an issue. You said, according to your deliberation, you said that the opposition party, which is the UP, were arrogant to that of the CPP. You also stated that before the opposition party, that's the United Party, before they can win election, that means the ruling party, the CDC, George Weah, incumbent president, have to be tired with power before opposition can win election. What do you mean by that? Before we start with the arrogant, how was the opposition party being arrogant to the ruling party or to the opposition candidate, which is Alexander B. Cummings? And what do you mean by the opposition candidate? I mean, the incumbent have to be tired with power. That is George Weah have to be tired with power before uh, 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 opposition party can win election in Liberia. What do you mean by that?
okay, first of all, let me address your first question about how the UP was arrogant in the process. I mean, you have to be living under the rock to know that UP, the politics they ran over the past month, that it was not overwhelmingly supported or energized with arrogance and hate. So we saw why. I'm not just talking about Alexander Cummings. UP came into this thing like they are the biggest opposition. One who argued that, that's for sure. I mean, it's a fact. I would like to call that a fact. I don't like to argue the fact that they are the biggest opposition. Yeah, truthfully, they are. However, when it came into this thing, they expected everyone to follow their lead and everyone to bow down to them. They expected everyone to kiss up to them. That level of arrogance, they started to drag others to the court. They started to drag Alexander Cummings to court. They started to show jabs over there about 7% and everything else. Like, we don't need you. We don't need the support. We don't need that. And it was just a hateful campaign. And I'm looking at it now. It's coming down a little bit because they are realizing that in politics you cannot do it by yourself, and this uh, the tactics it's looking a little bit too late, to be frank. However, when you are campaigning, you should remember that in the process you will need others by your side. We saw when Trump was campaigning how he was like very rude to others, and when he became the party's nominee, few people refused to endorse the party nominee, especially lifelong Republicans like Jeff Bush, because he was mad the way Trump went after his family and everything else. That is exactly why UP did. UP dragged everybody. Like, they drag everybody in the mud. They created an atmosphere of elitism. Like, they are the elite, and if it's not us, nobody else. If it's not UP, nobody can rescue Liberia. So we are the angels on the block. Matter of fact, we are the ones who will deliver Liberia from this nightmare. So we don't need you if you cannot kiss up to us. Well, truth be told, some people don't like that type of politics. And that politics, it grew sour in the mouths of others. And with that type of politics now, UP is struggling. UP is struggling to find friends because you created an atmosphere that was so dark and bleak, an atmosphere that others are even they're afraid to even associate with you because they look at you from the very high point or from the condescending point, and it's bad. It's bad politics because if they were aware of the process, they studied this process thoroughly, they would know that a second round was possible. That a second round was possible. Welcome, Mr. Young and Devolule. But UP, they didn't take caution. They expected to, what they were saying, lick it in the first round, lick in the first round, like one round victory, whatever it is. And we look at things now that overwhelmingly Liberians voted for George Weah. George Weah is still the favorite person on the block. And that is scary because you are trying to remove a man who is still the favorite of the Liberian people. We are talking about raw numbers. We are talking about raw numbers. Someone said numbers don't lie. Except you want to argue what net put out there, but the numbers are raw and they are there, and George Weah is still the favorite. Now, if you want to argue the number, then someone can argue why you came second as well. So we can establish the fact that the process was okay according to UP and CDC. For some CPP and other people, we have our reservation. But now that you are into this runoff with the man who is number one, you need friends. You need friends. And I'm sorry, without friends, you cannot get beyond the finish line. Now, to what you said about, to what you said, you asked about Joshua will have to be tired with power. Yeah, I wasn't stuttering. I said that, and I mean that. Because we are talking about Liberia, we are talking about Africa. You are talking about a country that the infrastructure and systems they are broken, and that you do not have the mechanism, you do not have everything to protect elections in Africa. So there is a room for foul play. There is a room for malpractice, and you should be aware that in Nigeria, a very famous candidate, a young man in Nigeria, he was running and he was the favorite. He was the favorite for Nigerians, especially the young crowd. Like everywhere, Peter Obi was beating everyone, especially on social media. The most popular candidate on social media. You know what happened in Nigeria? The sitting president, his party, they took that election smoothly. With all the threat of about war and everything else, Nigeria was able to forge ahead. That's what politics can do. When you are in power, you will know how to move forward. So when UP and others threaten, and threaten people and threaten like that, it's ridiculous. And to end, let me end a little bit on this, like the arrogance about the arrogance. Mo Ali, the spokesperson of UP, Mo Ali just put ECOWAS on their toes, and ECOWAS put out a statement that Mo Ali, spokesperson for the campaign, is so reckless and ridiculous to tell ECOWAS that it took 150K from this government to go to align with this government idea to regulation. How reckless and ridiculous can you be? These guys are desperate. And Mo Ali should go and apologize to ECOWAS because for Mo Ali, 150K is a big money. It's not a big money to a lot of people. Some of us, it's not even a big money to us. So not before we talk about ECOWAS. So why would ECOWAS take 150K? You see, that's some of the arrogance, and they are creating this climate, and it's becoming annoying, very annoying, that these guys they are creating a climate that if it's not UP, it is not free and fair, and it needs to stop.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman. Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Facebook Live, this OP table. We have our greatest panelist, Nyana Davula, just appeared from Virginia. Nyavula, how's Virginia?
Virginia is wonderful. It's wonderful. The weekends, the holiday weekend is going great here. I'm here for some military program, which I'm an honorary member of. I'm not a military, but I'm an honorary member of the organization. So I'm here for the program tonight.
Thank you very much. That's the voice of Yan Volula reporting from Virginia, United States. But Volula, I think you listened to the chairman. He was elaborating. He said some things about arrogance, the opposition party being arrogant, and that of the. He said the only way the opposition party, that's the United Party, the only way Mr. Buaken can become president of the Republic of Liberia, that means um, the incumbent George Weah have to be tired fed up with presidency in the Republic of Liberia. What is your take on the statement from the chairman?
You know, it's something that we've been talking about over and over on this platform and other platforms around. The politics that the opposition is preaching, first, you got to look at it this way, is scaring the people. It's scaring the voters, and it will make a lot of voters not to turn out, or it will make a lot of voters to just get job. We are still in there because why? They're preaching a traumatic politics that traumatizing the people. We all Liberians across the globe. We are all traumatized people. When we hear the name war, when we hear especially certain group of people in the country, when we hear their name closer to something, it get people traumatized and it get people scary. And UP is preaching that every day. Or 2 days ago, UP wake up, their so-called propaganda, they wake up, they say, oh, the chief of staff were placed on a house arrest by the government. What make you think the people will feel? You scaring the people. You scaring them day by day. And you see people that butt naked, the name butt naked. It's a traumatized name for a lot of people in the country. Butt naked now is on air every day, calling himself rescue soldier. And if Joseph Baka don't win, the people vote will be protected by force, by fire. I don't know what he mean by that, or how you call it. Or generally asked him, he said he will make sure that the people vote are protected by force, by fire. If John will cheat, they will cheat the other way too. They will meet reaction the other way. These are things that traumatizing the people every day. So in order for opposition united party to preach the message that will resonate with the people, they bringing propagandas that will scare the people to even vote for them. So this is the mindset of our people. If they preaching the war thing every day, they will just say, "We just leave Joria there. That Joria just stay there because we don't want war, yeah. Even though we're suffering, but we don't want war." They will just go and vote for Joria. And the few people that the propaganda resonating with them, they are all in the cities. People in Bokonyima, they now, as soon as they hear the new war, they scared. People in second part or Demarcante, as soon as they hear war, they scared. People in those rebel cells, bushes there, as soon as they hear war, they scared. But the propaganda that UP is preaching is for the people that have access to internet and or in the city that know a little bit something that resonating with
So,
them. But
just a little bit, in Mr. Volula, you hear from Nibakante. You are a son of Nibakante. You are talking about the opposition political party is in line with Butt Naked, the name, the one of the fearful name in Liberia. But
Mhm, mhm.
how do you look at the sedition, a sedition that a son of one of the greatest sons of Nibakante, Thomas Koyapa. Anthony Koyapa is a son of Thomas Koyapa, who attacked Prince Johnson. If you say you're afraid of power, I mean you're afraid of problem, you're afraid of war, and you say, see, you know the party have warlords. Why are you attacking warlords in your own expose?
It's the other way around. I'm not getting the full story of that incident. I'm still trying to digest the incident. It's the opposite of what I heard. Is the opposite of what you're saying. They said Prince Johnson attacked Kuyonka, Anthony Kuyonka, who is related to my wife. That boy you're talking about, I've talked to that boy most of the time. I talk to him most of the time because he can call my wife most of the time to check on her and what have you. They are related. It's the opposite. The Prince Johnson people attack the man, not he attacking Prince Johnson. That's what I heard. I've not validated that story yet,
Okay.
so I don't want to go into
I
that
will, I
right
will
now.
play the recording. Listen very well.
You're playing the recording of Prince Johnson.
International community regarding what is unfolding currently in Liberia with respect to our elections and constant threats, harassment, intimidation from citizens emanating from the board, Mr. President. 4 days ago, we received a threat, a serious threat, from one Anthony Fowumba, who is working in the office of President. Anthony Fowumba contested in the election in District 3 against our candidate, but he was flatly beaten. Apart from that, when you democracy, when you contest, you win or lose. So I see no problem with that to cause the trouble that happened today. But you work with the president. Yesterday, I think 2 days ago, today is the 10th, 2 days ago, approximately the 8th, he left the office of the president and he went to Zwale. Zwale is in District 3. That's the home of Thomas Wonka, the late Thomas Wonka. Anthony Wonka is Thomas Wonka's son. When he heard that we were going there, he offered a threat in a written text. And when you people come here, there will be bloodbath, and the blood of the citizen of Zwale will be on your hand. Don't come here, we'll kill you people. There'll be bloodshed. And so, based upon the threat, we asked the Justice Minister Musa Din to intervene. I have 2 police protectors. Mr. Kuhn, Jeremiah Kuhn, the senator, also were giving protection, 3 police, but one additional. So they sent on a picker load of police with arms. And so, apart from the text that this young man, Anthony, sent, threatening us with violence, when we got to the town, they were deserted. He had told the town dwellers not to remain in town, either go to the bushes or go in your homes and lock yourself out. There were no citizens in town except for the sedition we saw in the t-shirts, blue, and in the berets. As soon as we entered, they began to throw through and firing guns.
Yeah, that's the voice of the Senator Prince Johnson. He said that the sons of Thomas Kwampa, one of the greatest men of Niba County, the late, his son, Anthony Kwampa, attacked, he's a citizen, he attacked the 2 senators of Niba County. So these are some of the things we are analyzing over here. So what is your thought when it comes to these things, this violence that is occurring in Liberia from the hands of the ruling party, the CDC?
You can't say from the hands of the ruling party because you just hearing from one side. The other side is saying Prince Johnson people attack them.
Now, what's the video? What's the video?
So will you say if you hear the other side, will you side with them too that oh yeah, Prince Johnson people attack them, or because they are ruling parties so they don't have right?
So Volula, there's a video, there's a recording, there's a press release.
But you
there's,
know,
Volula, hold on. I'm going by what I see. I will not defend something I've not seen. So all of the information that you have brought to this show, you show a video. We did not question your video. So I'm telling you that this is what unfolded in Niba County. What is your recommendation to the Liberian people when it comes to the voters? Are you asking them to vote violence? You are asking them to vote peacefully.
Nothing from Prince Johnson's mouth is true. He called himself a reverend. He's a liar. He's very deceptive in his politicking. When something not in his favor, that means it's against him. And someone who went in a town and an incident occurred in a town, then you come up, you say, "Unde sedition was outside that night." So how do you distinguish sedition from Europeans?
The Citizen, he said they were in their red barrel. Citizen are noted for being in that blue t-shirt and red barrel. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't believe Prince Johnson for one bit. Prince Johnson has said a lot in his whole life. That is lies. Prince Johnson said when in 2017 when Jowiah win, war will come. War hasn't come yet. People still living normal. Prince Johnson said Boakai is a walking dead man. Today he turned and he's supporting Boakai today. Prince Johnson has said a whole lot that is not true. So how will I believe Prince Johnson at this particular time to be true? So I'm not here to say, or ruling government is attacking opposition. All I'm saying is our people, especially the younger generation, should be very careful how they carry themselves. Look, after this election, you will not see the politicians there around no more until 5 years from now before you come back and see them closer to you. Do not kill yourself for those politicians, especially people that Prince Johnson. People that Prince Johnson who participated in the killing of 250,000 Liberians. He's on record by slaughtering a sitting president who don't have no remorse for human feelings. He is the person that you're going to be fighting for. Look, we have to be very careful. We got to remain peaceful and go to the ballot box on the 14th and vote whoever you want to vote for. Do it peacefully for the sake of lives and property.
Thank you very much, Vulula. I think there's some contradiction when you say fighting for Prince Johnson. I think I want you to retract those statements. The people of Liberia, we know Prince Johnson is not on the ballot, on the presidential ballot. We are talking about the former Vice President Joseph Boakai and that of the current president.
Play your video. Play the video again. Let me show you why they fighting for Prince Johnson. What Prince Johnson said in the video, that whoever ran against Kuyongba, they came from his political party, MDR, and they beat Kuyongba massively. What Prince Johnson said, he said the same people are turning around attacking them. So who are they fighting for? Are they not fighting for Prince Johnson? Are they fighting for the opposition unity party?
But you know the party, this is the thing. You know the party and that of Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson is not on the ballot. So if people from Unity Party go and run campaign in Niba County, why would citizens be attacking those people that left Monrovia to go and run campaign?
How sure are you? That's what I don't get. Have you heard from the other side? As an investigative journalist, don't just hear from one side and say citizens are attacking.
I call back home and I got the information. It's just like
okay.
No, did I investigate? I'm now reporting.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hold on. I did call people and I asked before I bring something to the show. I did call people, and the information they gave me, even if they wasn't on the scene, they said that's information they got from Monrovia. So I also listen to the video, I know Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson will not come out and say he got attacked and that way he wasn't attacked. Look,
you know Prince Johnson.
Even though they said they got a parable in Africa,
You
they
know
say
Prince Johnson.
our child is in the city or is in the town. The rude child is in the town. Somebody will just go say, "That rule said don't bring it to me in the laboratory." The boy have done nothing to you, but you pick at him. Prince Johnson, people know him to be that person. They say we're going to provoke him.
What kind of person?
They're trying to provoke him.
A man would take the life of 250,000.
Let me learn.
What kind of person
They are
is that?
using these means to provoke Prince Johnson so that he can react. But the man is a pastor, a reverend. These are people that have reformed over the past period of time. They are pastors. They are reverend. So why would an ordinary man attacking the reverend, a man of God? You can't do that. Let him serve the Almighty.
Another
his life.
Reverend was just on TV or national radio station yesterday that he's cooked spiritually. He
Yeah.
cooked spiritually, and he's not an ordinary soldier. He's not an ordinary UP soldier. He's a soldier that was prepared in Libya to come and fight. So he's not an ordinary soldier. So that the same people we're talking about here, the people that, my man, for you to even sit on this platform and validate and back Prince Johnson, what Prince Johnson will say to on social media or everywhere, and back it looked some type of way to me, because we Liberians, we should not be validating those kind of people in our mess.
Well,
This is
an issue I want you to understand. I want you to understand this. This man's a change man.
Change man.
Don't judge people based on the past.
He's a change man.
If somebody repent, they say, I have repent. I am a new soul. We believe in the Bible.
Wait, Asher.
No matter what you do,
you
repent.
Asher, that he's changed.
But since he repent, he have not caused no calamity.
Okay.
So let's move forward. Let's move forward. But the issue is Thomas Anthony Koyampa, the sons of Thomas Koyampa, brutally attacked.
Let me jump in. Let me jump in on my opinion on this. I gotta jump in my opinion on this because you guys been going back and forth and whatsoever. Let me chip in a little bit. The first and foremost, Prince Johnson is a ridiculous, reckless, and outrageous liar. Matter of fact, if there was ever an injury from Satan, Prince Johnson will be one of the lead injured in Satan's army. And I'm being very serious because Prince Johnson is an unrepentant killer. Very unrepentant. You can see it in his eyes, and he's not going to hide behind the pulpit. He's not going to hide behind the altar and keep acting like he's the man of God. He's not. He is an unrepentant killer, cold-blooded murderer who seeks his own interest. And that's not the interest of the Liberian people. It's not the interest of Liberia. It's not even the interest of the people of Nimba County. So when Prince Johnson speaks, we have to be very cautious. Few things. Prince Johnson said there was a text message. There was a text message. Only Prince Johnson alone seeing this text message that he cannot bring and provide to everybody. There was a text message that the board writing. Prince Johnson provided the text message. He cannot. Then he took his man. So who's aggravating who here? Thomas Kumapa, they were already to a particular village or a particular area. And Prince Johnson took his people there. So who's starting trouble? If you listen to his own recording, and
can I respond to that?
And you analyze things very, very carefully, you know that the aggressor is the unrepentant killer and murderer, Prince Johnson. He took his people over there, and then in the midnight hour whatsoever, he declared that everybody in the town, they were seditions because his people left the village and they ran away because somebody has threatened there will be war. So this unrepentant killer and murderer needs to stop because he has been beating war drum for the past few months now, and we are tired. We are tired. We are tired with him. He needs to close his mouth. And it's about time he vanished from our politics because our politics is being exhausted and overwhelmed by an unrepentant killer and a big liar and an outrageous elderly man or whatsoever. I have no remorse when I talk about Prince Johnson, Taylor, or Ellen. I don't. Because the thing is, when we celebrate these people, we forget about the orphans. We forget about kids that are living with our parents. Until these people can pay for some of their damages, those kids will never see their parents no more. So we are not going to celebrate them in the name of politics. That's why I say, and I will repeat, that the fact Joseph Boyka even danced with such a man is very, very disheartening. Joseph Boyka had options. He had Yombly, he has Tiawon Gongo, he has so many options. But he decided to dance with an unrepentant killer, and that will be the end of his political sojourn.
So I think I should add up to that. But instead, now you know that this man is an unrepentant killer. When he was with the CDC 2017, when he ran campaign for the CDC in
You
Nibakate.
just say this over and over.
Hold on.
I have never supported
Let me
CDC
come in.
2017. I was ANC 2017.
I'm not protected.
You are protected.
Instead, now you guys get to know that this man is an unrepentant killer when he supported the CDC 2017. And now this man have decided he know the future of the Liberian people. He loves the Liberian people so much. He have come to support the United Party. Now all the ANC, CPP partisans are feeling disenchanted because they know the weight of this individual. This man is a political analyst, the man who have the voice of Nibakante, the man who tries to transform the country of Liberia. Now you got a problem with that. But you see, let us move on and discuss the issue because we got a lot of things to discuss. Volula, I think I have not asked you this question, and I have to ask you this question about your candidate, Alexander B. Cummings. Alexander B. Cummings, who gave his support to the CDC and left the country of Liberia. He said he loved the country so much, he wanted to become president of the country. But because he got 1%, 1.4% during the October 10, 2023 election, this man left Liberia after giving his support. He left Liberia. He's sitting right in Atlanta. What comes to your mind when it comes to these people call themselves political figure in our country and that went to seek power to distribute our country, and because they did not win election, they fled to exile. What is your thought when it comes to these people that go to fool our Liberian people back home?
You know, I need to correct few things that you just said.
Go ahead.
First, Edis Cummings is back in the country. Edis Cummings is allowed to travel. That every other Liberian is allowed to travel. He's back in the country. He's back in the country. And second, Edis Cummings did not endorse CDCs. He did not. And even if Edis Cummings endorsed CDC, like every political figures in the country are taking sides, Edis Cummings have the right to take sides, to think in his own way who right now among the two candidates, who is little bit able to maintain the peace, because they cannot do anything at least just to maintain the peace we have right now. You know, Edis Cummings, like every other political figure taking sides right now, Edis Cummings have the right to take sides. But I just want to make it clear that.
Are you telling me that Alexander Cummings is neutral?
Hold on. Edis Cummings make it clear. As a talk show host, you should be on top of that news. It's not news that was just, that came out yesterday. It's something that been out there for weeks now. It's something that been out there for weeks now. So Edis Cummings make it clear to the world, the entire world, that the election, the October 10th election, it was not free and fair. It was fraudulent, and he launching an investigation into that election to find out what happened to those to that election. So, as a political figure who now think that the election was not free and fair, he will be contradicting himself when he go and endorse any of the candidates right now in the race. That will show to the world that myself and I will be confused. I will be like, why are you doing that? You just said the election was free and fair, well, not free and fair. And by endorsing, you will be accepting the result of the election. You will be accepting the result of the election. So as a sound man, like he is, he know better. And
Thank you. But Bulula, in addition to that, to the question, Alex Cummings, he's the head of the institution, the CPP. He is the head of CPP. I will not be head of a political party, and then I say I'm sitting on the fence. On the fence means I am not supporting any political party. And then I am the leader of this institution, and then my institution go and support the incumbent, and I refer to my political party as opposition. Aren't that a contradiction?
It's not a contradiction. Being a herd doesn't mean that you are dictator. Being a head, it doesn't mean that you are the only person that have the say in that institution. There are rules and regulation, like the country have constitution to follow. There are rules and regulation of the political institution that Edis Kumi is head of. And according to the rules, the executive make the decision, not Edis Kumis as standard bearer. The executive make the decision. So the executive came up and make their decision as an individual, just an individual part of the institution. He said, "No, I will not be taking side at this particular time. I have made my position clear that
Thank
the
you.
election was not free and fair, and so I will still neutral. And he's still neutral. Let respect his decision.
Thank you very much.
Not
I
like
think
you, like
we're
you.
down straight into the issue. I think I got a question for Honorable Chairman. Chairman, you have been observing the crossover from various political parties, the CPP, ACO, ALP, LPP. Those are some of the biggest political parties that were in the race, even though we have like 20 political parties that participated during the October 10, 2023 election. So with these political parties that cross over, CPP cross over to the CDC, ALP cross over to the CDC, and ACO cross over to the UP, LPP, Tiawan Gongolo cross over to the UP. So with all of those candidates, comes October 14, 2023 election, with the population from those political parties, who do you think going to be the voters in the election comes November 14, 2023? Because election is numbered. I can't hear you.
All right. You can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry for the break in communication.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
this election is about simple majority. It's that simple. George Weah can beat Joseph Boyka with just his vote, and Joseph Boyka can beat George Weah with just his vote. However, I'm not one to really pay attention to parties moving or endorsement over here or bombshells. You have to win over the people who didn't vote for you the first round. That's where the work is going to be. So rather than dwelling on the people coming over here to endorse you, look, let's be frank. Party heads and executive can go and endorse whosoever they want to. The common people in that parties, the common people in those parties that we are talking about, they are not forced to go and vote according to their executives. So UP and CDC should focus on the community rather than focusing on the big names. I don't think politics should be about big names, because if you have 10 PhD candidates endorsing you and you have 50 Yana boards or 50 market seller endorsing you, you will win. The person with the 10 PhD or endorsement will not be able to take you across to the finish line. It will be the market seller, the Yana boys, matter of fact, the little man that will make you to win. So for us to sit here and celebrate, even though we should put some importance on them, right? Because they are parties executive, it's important for us to celebrate them coming over. But the focus should be on the people in these communities, the streets, the markets. Now, with that being said, I think there's few things I'm going to say. I'm not going to say this person is going to win or this person is going to win. However, I do believe Joseph Boyka, if he works exceedingly hard in these elections, I believe that Joseph Boycott is going to edge Weah with his hard work if he worked exceedingly hard, even though there are some questionable characters around him. And characters for which some of us want to turn our blind eye to and look at Joseph Boycott and side with the old man because we are not even confident that if the old man win, the old man will be around because of the characters around him because they are hungry for power. So they might be using him as a stepping stone. However, it's possible, very possible for Joseph Boycott to win. Very, very possible. Then we come to CDC. CDC again is still in the better chance. Unlike UP, CDC will not need to work very hard or exceedingly hard because CDC have few things in their possession. They are in power. CDC is overwhelmingly floating into our nation resources. They have the finances, the money. And no one should tell you that politics is without money. That's a lie from the devil. Even in this great United States, we see super PAC, we see campaign contribution. Matter of fact, they tell us to contribute, and sometimes we contribute to these super PACs and they give us tax break because politics is part of money is part of politics. You cannot divulge the two. So CDC is running on some high adrenaline of money. There's a lot of resources in their possession. So they are standing a better chance to win. However, now look at Joseph Boyka, the underdog. And we all love an underdog story. So it's my hope that the old man from Lofa County, even though I still have a blind eye with the people around him, those questionable characters like the Jeremiah Cohn and PYJ. I don't think he is. I cannot trust Joseph Boyka around them, and that's me. That's me being the fact that I love the old man. I cannot trust those people around him. However, it's our hope that the things that he's seeking, God deliver it to him. However, if it's not the case, he should accept because it's not easy. It's not easy to beat a sitting president. You are claiming a mountain that is very high and tall. It's a steep mountain. But you know there's so many ways to claim the mountain, not one way. So the old man is used to the terrain. So I believe he knows how to claim a mountain. Matter of fact, he's from the mountainside.
Thank you. But in addition to that, do you believe in democracy?
I believe in a pure democracy, but in Africa we do not practice democracy. We practice something that mirrors democracy. If you look at Cameroon, there's an old man in president for the rest of his life. He's in his 90s. Do you think that people in Cameroon rather love the old man that is not even aware of his surroundings? Do you think Cameroon is practicing democracy? No one should tell you that democracy is alive in Africa. That's a lie. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I believe in democracy in Liberia. That's a lie. Democracy is not in Africa. Nowhere in Africa democracy is. We have something that mirrors democracy.
Thank you. Now, Volula, I said, sons of Nibakante, do you believe in the merit system?
There is no democracy in Liberia. I believe in merit system, but it's not in Liberia because when we talk about democracy, when we say you look at America, you on the show you will tell me say, oh, Liberia is different from America. You cannot compare American democratic system with the Liberian democratic system. Democratic system is the same. We have vice president and president. We have the House of Representatives and the House of Senate. It's all over. And if you compare the function of the senators in America, that of the function of the senator in Liberia, they are the same function. What make it different? You compare the function of the president in Liberia and that of the president in America, they are the same function. The vice president and the vice president, they are the same function. What make it different? But every time you and other folks, you always say Liberia politics is different. So that is not a democratic system. That is a system that was put in place for the Liberian man to be controlled by those cheap politicians, and you people that are very much attached to individual and tribe line, you all continue to fuse that kind of politics. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jan Volula. I know I don't believe in tribalism. I think we're here to discuss the issue. I shall not subscribe to tribal politics, and that's why I'm here at PA here every Saturday to discuss the issue of Liberian people. If it had been tribal politics, I should have been here saying that nobody else should be in the race besides Josiah Mampakai, and he's here from Lofa country. But I'm not preaching that. I'm telling you that the people should go and vote wisely, because the sons and daughters of the country have been marginalized. And without further delay, I have a press release that came out 2 days ago from the United Party concerning the November 14, 2023 election that is coming up. It was hosted by the United Party. I'm going to play that right now so you can listen. Listen to the voice of the Secretary General Amos Tue for the United Party.
I will let you know that, of course, yesterday we had a very brief meeting with the Election Commission. There are some issues that were addressed, issues surrounding election day operations. We recommended that in order to address some of the things on October 10, the Elections Commission needs to take appropriate steps. One of the things that the Unity Party recommended is that we, as a party, want our poll watcher to sit side by side with the Election Commission VIO, or Voter Identification Officer. And we also said to them that in order to have a transparent election, when a voter enters the polling room, that voter, consistent with section 5.4, 5.6 of the elections law, that voter should state his or her name, so that our poll watcher, and it should be audible enough, so that our poll watcher can examine to verify or validate whether that individual is fully captured or listed on the final registration roll, which is going to be issued to each of our poll watcher as a party. We also recommended to.
Thank you very much. That's the voice of Amos Zogabaya Tue, the Secretary General of the United Party. What is the take on the Secretary General of the United Party concerning the coming election, November 14, 2023, about Article 5.4 and 5.6, wherein the electorates should identify themselves so that there will be no fraud from the CDC?
The electorate, if it is rules, and what rules is that? Is it the NEC rules or
yes, election rules? The election rules and guidelines.
Yeah, but in that same rule, do they say pool washer should be sitting right there with NEC or representative to identify voters all together in our rule? Is it spelled out in our rules?
No.
It's not spelled out in the rules. So NEC, it left vague. That particular aspect of it is vague. So it left with NEC to exercise what they feel is appropriate at that particular point. So you cannot demand NEC to do what they don't want to do.
This is some of the arrogance we talk about UP. Where when UP was in power, the CDC demands such for someone to be sitting very close to NEC to be verifying things. The CDC demands such. You have to trust the process. NEC is not just only for seditions. You have people who are overwhelmingly voting Unity Party and they are working for NEC. So for you to trust the process, you have to trust the process in its entirety. You cannot be trying to make the process to fit your agenda or your propaganda. And that's such arrogance they're trying to bring into leadership. Maybe they should sit down and rethink and calibrate, because these guys, they are funny, very funny sometimes. And look, for the fact of the matter is, regardless of who wins, we'll still be in Liberia to celebrate Liberia. Liberia is for every one of us. Liberia will not burn down. For another 6 years of Liberia will be just how it's supposed to be, and it will be very okay. Matter of fact, they told us that was going to spoil the country beyond repair, and we have been to Liberia. We enjoyed that country, and the country is just as it is. Matter of fact, the country wasn't like New York or California doing UP time, so we don't expect it to be like New York and California doing George Weah time. Progress is gradual. So those propaganda that another 6 years of everything will go behind 50 years. Well, we have been living way behind 50 years. We still use hemp pump in the city of Monrovia, and UP was there for 12 years. We are still looking for stable current in the city of Monrovia. Matter of fact, Tottenham has 66 megawatts. He gave to the Liberian people. UP came and they gave us 22. So our Tottenham, who didn't have the support, overwhelming support of the international community, was able to give us 66, even though he stayed there for almost 27 years. UP in 12 years gave us 22 in modern time with the crowd that the country is overpopulated. UP was able to give us 22 megawatts. What a shame. So when they're talking about this country being burned down, it's okay. Liberia will be fine. Matter of fact, we want them to come to fix it the way they want to fix it. If it left with me, I will give the woman a chance. However, I have my doubt and reservation for the people around him. PYJ and Jeremiah Kun, I can never trust them in this lifetime. And I remain with my word on that, and I stand firm on it. Joseph Boyka had a choice. In Gonglo, Yombly, and all he went with the devil. And the devil can either carry you to the mountain top or can carry you to the bottom of the pit. However, when the devil take you to the mountain top, there is something you have to pay in return. Whatever Joseph Boyka has to pay, we only know with time. However, we will be sitting here.
Thank you very much. But I want, in addition to that, I just want to say something about you discussing that Joseph Boyka is working with the devil, is eating with the devil, sitting and sleeping with the devil. I want to give great exception to that, because the issue is, I don't think we all go into election. Election is number, okay? During 2017 election, George Weah were working with the same devil you're talking about. You call him devil, but I don't refer to him as devil. I know he's a human being, a very renowned politician in the Republic. Then what will you say about George Weah, who vice president is wife? I mean, is a wife of a warlord who is in prison
of a senior devil. A senior devil.
Why can't you discuss Dua Howard Taylor, who cannot even travel from the country?
Because we are talking about a change man or stable-headed man that you guys say has integrity. He had the opportunity. You guys said George Weah is a buffon. You guys said he's stupid. So it's okay for a stupid man to make stupid decisions.
So it's cool for George Weah.
You guys said Weah is stupid and he's a buffon. He's a stupid man. So it's stupid for us. It's okay for a buffon to make bad decisions.
I never come to this show.
US now. We expect the silver-headed man with all his wisdom to make better decisions, but he couldn't make a better decision, and he decided to make a decision.
I don't understand why the people of CPP don't want to understand that election is number. You expected the old man, Joseph Imam Boyka, the man you call Walking Dead, to pick people of your choice. You wanted him to pick a weak candidate that wherein
is Yombly weak?
Hold on, let me learn.
Yombly weak?
Let me learn.
I won't go weak.
I did not say Yombly is weak. I did not say Tiawan Gogo is weak.
All right.
I said you expected the old man that you call Walking Dead, according to Nyan Vuru, that the old man was here at the hospital. He wouldn't even walk, he wouldn't eat, he was on life support.
After today, he will travel again for another checkup.
Let me learn. I gave you long time to speak. You guys sat there. You said this man was a Walking Dead. This man is in the casket, the coffin, according to you guys on this identical show.
No, I never did.
That he wouldn't even survive for 2 months. You're going to die. And this man have come in an election, defeated your CPP candidate Alexander B. Cummings, who have 1.4% in a general election. Who does that? Only CPP people or candidate can do that. that he had been whooped massively after after participating in 3 presidential elections. In fact, instead of people going out, he's declining his vote. Instead of getting 7 or 8% again, he came down to 1.4%. Only a candidate of CPP can do that, Alexander B. Cummings. And let me leave that issue. You guys said that the old man, Joseph Yuma Boakai, should pick a candidate that is weak. We said no to that. This man has been in politics, and I told you, experience. The man with the silver hair have experience, and that's why he chose Jeremiah Kuhn. He knows that Jeremiah Kuhn have the political strength in Liberia. Other people were saying that he should pick Costa. Why would a renowned politician who has been in politics for 42 years pick Costa, who is not consistent, who is not even trustworthy? We don't do that. In politics, you gotta sit and analyze. Who can I trust? Politics is trust. Politics is number. Who will give me numbers? If I should choose the sons of Nibakante, Jeremiah Kuhn will give me numbers. If I should choose Nyombeli Kanga Lawrence, will give me numbers. If I choose let's say Darius DeLong, will also give me number. But the man thought it was. He said, let me go with the sons of Nibakante. And that's what he did. And that does not even bring segregation among Nyombeli, Darius DeLong, and other people, and even Prince Johnson. They were happy. They worked together. And that's how it should be. So the topic now on the discussion here should be, we want peace, transparent election. And that's why we all should be preaching for. It's not because CPP have been defeated 1%, they got 1% in the election, then the people at CPP should be a hater to the UP. If you feel Nyan Burula and Joseph Zikisakasile Jr., you guys are opposition, why not stay in the opposition camp instead of going to support the CDC?
I am an opposition. I am an opposition supporting and pledging my allegiance to my uncle from Lofa County. My father is from Lofa County because we are native. I love Lofa County.
So, Nyan Burula, who do you love now?
Can I? No, before I go,
this question, Burula, for the record's sake, for the audience sake, who do you love now? Who are you going to support?
Who do I love now? Before I go to who do I love now, I want to respond to what you just said.
Yeah, but the question is, who do you love now?
You said Josh Weah made a mistake by choosing someone who cannot travel. Because of that, someone who was attached.
No, I did not say mistake.
Hold on. Let me learn.
Don't misquote me.
Let me learn.
Hold on. Let me clear.
Joe Weah picked someone who was attached.
I want you to reiterate and get clarity. I did not say make mistake. I did not say that. You guys said. Said.
All right. Take that back.
Can you rephrase?
Joe Weah picked his running mate at that time, who was attached to a warlord.
Who is?
Yeah, who is? He was a warlord. He was a warlord in prison.
He is.
He is a warlord. Okay. All right. Who is a warlord? Who is a warlord? Because of that, we all are facing the punishment of that pig. We all are facing the punishment of that pig. You know why the West now really putting money into Liberia? It's because of that. A man who is a silver-headed man, who want to do things different than what Joshua did. What did he do? He went and he did the same thing that Joshua did by picking somebody who is a warlord, who is on record by slaughtering a president on national TV.
That's fallacy. That's fallacy. That's fallacy.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I have to say this.
No.
For the record,
when something is all on YouTube.
Man, let me learn. Asaya patient.
No, let you speak. Yeah,
let me learn. Asaya patient and listen to you.
Nya speaking fallacy.
Go ahead. No, Nya gotta go ahead.
Yeah. So Josh, the man who coming with a message of peace, or change. He want to do things different than what Joshua did. you know, and he doing the same thing. In fact, even worse, because this guy, his political party, who is the founder and leader of this political party, he was caught on national TV slaughtering a certain president. And not just stop there, he killed American citizen, and the Americans are looking for him. They wanting him. They will actually get him. It's just a matter of time. They will actually get him. That's why he don't want to leave power. All those things. And you look at that kind of decision, and you say that's a good decision. You look at that kind of decision up to this time. You made mention of Joao Taylor cannot travel, and are you aware that Jeremiah Cole cannot travel as well? Are you aware of that? Are you aware of that?
You want me to respond?
Yes, respond.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jan. That very life someone Nibakante. Where are people in radio line, Facebook Live? We are in your speakers. We are in your smartphone. We say share the video. Anyway, we are here to discuss the issue. Jan Fulula did ask a question stating that the VP pick was a problem to Liberian people. I take great exception to that. But there's the issue. Young people are trying to forget that even the ruling political party, CDC, have a warlord as well. If your husband is a warlord, you should be as well.
Then when they change now, when they change,
hold on.
I want you to get into that.
I'm coming to that.
Joseph Baka is breaking change.
Listen to me. Joseph Yuma Baka did pick the vice presidential candidate, Jeremiah Kuhn,
who cannot travel.
Hold on. Disregard travel. Did Jeremiah Kuhn kill anybody that you know of?
He attached to the warlord. How Joao Taylor is attached to
you are attached to the warlord as well because you hear from the fact. I mean, Niba Kante, you guys share the same country.
I am not.
Hold on, Bulula.
If I'm attached to warlord, I will be here defending them.
No,
I'm not.
Bulula, you are attached. You guys share the same.
I am not attached. I'm a victim of those people you calling their name. In fact, when you call their name, the more you call their name, you traumatize me more.
Bulula,
you don't know I'm a victim. You don't know I'm a victim.
When has Prince Johnson gave position?
I'm unprotected.
The Prince Johnson gave Yan position.
I'm unprotected.
Don't say I'm attached to a warlord. Don't say that.
I'm unprotected.
No, don't attach Yan to
rephrase that. How you made me to rephrase? I want you to rephrase that.
No, rephrase that. Don't attach Yan to Prince Johnson.
But what can you? Well, let me respond to my question.
Rephrase it.
Hold on, but that's why I'm coming in. Hold on. When I mean you are attached to Prince Johnson, you guys share the same geographical location.
That doesn't mean I'm attached to him.
Are you listening?
But I want you to make it clear for the viewers to understand that I am not attached to Prince Johnson.
We are all attached to warlord. If you go to work and somebody say you rebel because you from Liberia, so you say you okay because if you go to work today and someone refer to you as a rebel because you're from Liberia, that's okay because you are from the same geographical
location.
So that's how you do your analogy.
Oh, that's exactly what you do.
That's how the chairman do your analogy. Because you guys have come on this show, you guys are hurt. Hold on, you guys are hurt in a way that Joseph Brockett did pick Jeremiah Kuhn, who is giving CDC trouble, who have already marginalized CPP with their 1.4%. That which means that I don't think that political party is going to surface in history in Liberia because what I understand, if you call yourself a political institution that you are opposition political institution, and then in a runoff election, you support an incumbent political party, that means you were not even opposition. You were not opposition. You were just there. You were planted within the cycle of the political domain to destabilize the United Party from winning an election on the first round. And that's what you guys have done. You guys have shown yourself. Your political demagogue, who is, I reiterate, your political demigod, who is Alexander B. Cummings, who have failed miserably in the Liberian politics with his 7%, and then this time around, 2023 election, 1.4%. I don't think we should be even discussing CPP on this platform because
I am not discussing. Have I ever called CPP on the platform?
This is the issue.
Since I got here today, have I ever mentioned the name CPP?
How will you measure? No, the answer to that.
See, the Liberian, we are discussing Liberia. We're not discussing CPP. If you say Joseph Boakai is the change, you should come different from what you preaching against. But you can.
That's what I'm saying.
The same way.
I'm telling you.
The same way. Then you expect for us to sit here and clap for it. I didn't go to school for that.
I know you did not go to school for that, but the issue is
to sit here, somebody say and say he bringing change when you're not, in fact, you're worse than the person you're preaching against.
But Bulula, I'm not protected. If you say you're opposition and you are in the interest of the Liberian people, you said that CDC, it is not a good place to be. You said that the CDC political party, the government is bringing chaos to the Liberian people. You want to bring change and your opposition. Why are you supporting the incumbent?
Because the opposition candidate are currently in the race, not bringing change. You're not bringing change. In fact, even worse than the incumbents we're talking about. You're not bringing change. I just ask you a question. What make the decision of Joseph Boakai different from the decision of CDC? What make that decision different?
What made the decision different from from the CDC and that of the United Party?
Yeah, what made that decision different?
It is different in the sense that because of the Liberian people, this young man, this old man that you refer to as Joseph Boakai, have the wisdom of politics. He have the wisdom that will make Liberia a better place for the Liberians, both home and in the diaspora. And he have the experience. He have the experience. Like you clearly stated on this show that this man have been in politics for 42 years. So somebody who have been in politics for 42 years and somebody who have not even tested power, who do you think or Liberian people should listen to? They should listen to the man who
I am not discussing Ellis Cummings. I'm discussing UP and CDC. I am not
even with that. Even with that,
don't deviate from the topic.
Even with that,
the topic is CDC and UP.
CDC and UP. I will still tell you that Joseph Boakai is a good candidate to that of the judge where you preaching for today.
That's your opinion.
That is the view of a majority of Liberian people.
No, that's your opinion.
No, you cannot say majority of Liberian people when Joshua
I'm part of the majority.
And we know you yourself told us on this show that your candidate CPP is neutral.
I'm not discussing CPP.
So we are one of the first one.
We are discussing the election.
So we are the majority.
Right now, we are discussing CDC.
So we has the majority.
Okay, you are discussing CDC, but I'm telling you,
Joshua has the majority.
I'm telling you, you yourself, Joseph Ziggy Jr., stated on this show that there is no way that an incumbent will sit there and allow the opposition to have win election in Liberia,
so or
for the opposition to have more numbers than the ruling political party. So probably, according to your candidate, Alexander B. Cummings, he said the election were rigged. So do you believe that? Do you believe in your candidate? Fulula, do you believe in your candidate as well?
Jowea has the majority.
Yeah, Fulula, do you believe in your candidate? Alexander B. Cummings?
Jowea has the majority.
Again, I am not discussing Ellis Cummings on the show today. Right now, it's about CDCs because our future right now is in between those two. I am not discussing Ellis Cummings for the last time. I am not discussing.
What should we be discussing? Yeah. What should we be discussing ANC when in few days Liberia will be voting between two people?
Because the decision your political institution have taken,
one's going to be retired. One's going to be retired or one's going to be fired. One's going to be retired or one's going to be fired. One person will be retired for good or one will be fired.
It's for sure you will be retired.
Two options on Tuesday. It's either they retire someone or they fire someone. And Joseph Boyka right now, matter of fact, breaking news. Joseph Boyka gonna be speaking to the so I'll be speaking to Liberian people tonight from his rehab home. The old man is not well.
That's fake news. That's fallacy.
Yes, he's gonna
That's
be
fallacy.
speaking.
If you get
That's
the
not
news,
fallacy.
all the
you-
news I brought to you, I played them as well. If
That's
you,
not.
you can play it. So without any evidence, we will not take that.
That's, I'm telling you, the old man will be speaking for his home.
Hold on.
You're not even in UP. You don't even have the you say you know or Twe as your brother. Amos Twe as your brother. Why is he not giving you some of this credible information that it take a young boy from Lofa County that is way younger than you that's getting the information about his uncle. My uncle is gonna be speaking. My uncle is gonna be speaking for his home in rehab.
Tonight.
My uncle will be speaking. Matter of fact, I don't know if they're gonna record it.
That's fallacy. You see.
I'm serious. That's not fallacy.
We are on a credible platform.
So, let me hold up. So if Wega go ahead and speak tonight, will you be calling me or will you have a whole show by yourself and tell me and apologize to me for 30 minutes because I'm giving you information that he's speaking tonight?
So if Bwaka is speaking tonight, does that mean that Bwaka is speaking from the rehab?
I said from his home in rehab. You don't even know where the Pape house is. Do you know anything about the Pape?
I know much.
You don't know. Have you been to his house?
The issue is not about
you right in his house.
Have you been to his house?
Volula.
Have you been to Ome Pweka house?
I don't think that's the topic of discussion.
No, you don't know the old man then.
I don't think that's the topic. This is the issue.
His house is in
rehab. Let us discuss the issue that Liberian people should vote wisely instead of you preaching how election going to be rigged. How the incumbent going to rig the election, he's going to bring the military or the police in the street to kick people out of the street because there will be a fraudulent election. We shouldn't be discussing that. We should be discussing that we need peace. We need the people to vote wisely because we love our country. That should be the message. Instead of preaching message to the Liberian people that indeed incumbent candidate cannot be put out of office. And we need to stop that because we are not in the stone age. We are not in the stone age. We are in the 21st century.
We were in a stone age 2011 when UP stole election.
I'm not aware.
You are not aware when Kokoya was stealing election. Are you not aware?
When Kokoya was in Ghana calling election result, you're not
aware of sedition. You're not aware of sedition being killed during UP time.
The number to call is 317-717-1162. Ladies and gentlemen, this Facebook Live OP table. The number to call is 317-717-1162. I reiterate. The number to call is 317-717-1162. Call and tell us who is going to win the election comes November 14, 2023. The numbers are open. The lines are open.
There are some fine gentlemen from Lofa County that we have hope. One person I love, one big brother I love so much is Gafwan. I think Gafwan should test the water 2029. Gafwan is my type of guy. I love Gafwan. However, Sir Joseph also from CDC is a very good candidate for 2029. So there's hope for Lofa County. It is all look, we can accept the fact that the old man did his possible best. If things go like the way they're supposed to go on Tuesday, and Mr. George Manuel Weah remain in power for another 6 years, it's about time for the old man to start looking at a young person to take over. And we should start looking at Gafwan, we'll start looking at Thomas Fala, we can look at Yombly, even though I don't like Yombly like that anyway, because Yombly is a questionable character. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to call Dillon me because I just wish 2029 could appear very quick for Dillon to be whipped massively in Maserado because Dillon survived on the help of everyone in the opposition. That's Liberty Party, that's ALP, that's UP, that's ANC. And he's running over there with some dose of arrogance. We need to humble Dillon in Maserado. And Dillon will be humble. Abraham Darius Dillon, the blue plastic bag man, will be humble in the next election. So he better
you.
be very.
Thank you very much. But I still have a question for you. Why are you feeling disenchanted about Darius DeLon and that of Nyombli Kanga Lawrence?
I'm feeling disenchanted about Darius DeLon and Yombli Kanga Lawrence because the two characters you mentioned, they are responsible for the CPP party to be falling apart the way it is falling apart.
Thank you
Because
very
of
much.
their ego and arrogance, they went in there and they undermined the process. But now we should be talking about Joseph Boyka and Zana Kumen's ticket that was going to take first round, and we are being retired or fired.
Okay,
But
thank you. I see.
Abraham Darius DeLon and Yombli Kanga Lawrence come from Grand Bassa with the politics over there. Matter of fact, I love the people of Bassa, but I hate the fact that Abraham Darius DeLon and Yombli Kanga Lawrence undermined the process, the golden chance for CPP to take Weah from office. That was the golden chance. They were over there. Yombli with her press conference, I can never forget, on that fateful day. I was so mad when Yombli went with a press conference against Alexander Kumes. Man, it went to my soul. And then I saw Abraham Darius DeLon.
Honorable Chairman, we cannot bring personal issue to the show. Thank you very much. Nyam Bulula, the favorite son Niba Kante. I know you are sitting, you are very quiet. I know you are planning some stuff to come and give some share on this show. So Bulula comes November 14, 2023, election that which is going to be on Tuesday. What you think the Liberian Post should do, because we're about to wrap it up, we are hitting our 2 hours mark. So what is your advice to the Liberian people back home when it comes to November 14, 2023 election? Even though we don't have a caller right now, but I know people are watching, they know they are enjoying the discussion. But the number to call is 317-717-1162. Nyam Bulula, what is your thought? What comes to your mind when we are discussing the election comes November 14, 2023? What is your advice to the sons and daughters of the country, Republic of Liberia?
To the sons and daughters of Liberia, Tuesday, we are what? 2 days from now. You will be making one of the critical decisions of your life. Get up, go out there, vote Josh Weah, maintain Josh Weah for the sake of peace in the country, maintain Josh Weah, because Josh Weah right now, even though the country is hard, but at least you will enjoy your peace. You will enjoy your peace. You will not be in fear running around. You know why you looking for food to eat. At the same time, you running for your life. Right now, maintain Josh Weah. Get up, go out there on Tuesday, maintain this man, because that's the right route right now. Because that's the only two choices we have. Between the two choices, the person that will maintain the peace so that you can have that life to look for your daily meals every day, that's Josh Weah. Joseph Boakai will put you in bondage. In fact, it will not be an easy thing for you. You think you eat hell right now, you will be hellfire. You will be hellfire under Joseph Boakai. I'm telling you, I'm sitting here as a young man. I have done all of my analysis, critical analysis between those two, and those two, Josh Weah is the best. Keep him right now to maintain the peace.
Well, thank you very much. Nyan that vote like Kima, he said openly. Nyan Vola, who have been opposition political party, supporting opposition political parties, the CPP have been whooped massively in the October 10, 2023 election.
How many times you say CPP have been way massively?
With 1.4%, and then Nyan Vola Kennedy endorsed the CDC, and then Nyan Vola himself have crossed over, giving some political latches to that of the United Party, the incoming ruling political party. But anyway, we will take our pendulum to that of Honorable Chairman Justice the Junior to tell us, to give his advice to the Liberian people who they should be voting for comes November 14, 2023. Honorable Chairman, this yours.
November 14 of 2023 is very critical for all Liberians. You have a very critical decision on your shoulders. November 14, 2023, two things will be on the ballot. One candidate will be retired, or one candidate will be fired. It is true that Liberians, we are not there for making wrong decisions. But I want for those who are going to go to the poll to vote their conscience. Do not vote based on sympathy. Because I would like to say, and I reiterate, there are evils on both sides. Evil on both sides. And I will not sit here and act like everything is fine with Judge Weah government. And there are some people I wish Judge Weah could fire this day, right now, and he kept them around for so long. And there are some people I wish Joseph Boyka can get rid of from his cycle. Matter of fact, he should not even do business with. And he have Joseph Boyka, and he has them in his cycle. And that's scary. Or we don't know. He's coming in with the unknown. We don't know why they are planning. So if you believe that Joseph Boyka is the change that you want, please do your best and vote for Joseph Boyka. However, if you do not believe so, please do your best and vote George Weah. What we don't want is for people to sit back and sit out of the process. We need people to turn out and vote. Because when the community and the group and the nation comes out, you'll be making a decision that will support the majority. We need a major turnout. Please consider voting on Tuesday, November 14th. Even if you have to do so with some bitter taste in your mouth, please go out and vote. That is your right. You will not have the opportunity again for another 6 years. And last on this matter is please maintain the peace. Do not put your faith in any politician to disturb your peace. We have been campaigning, we've been talking. Some of us talk recklessly, some of us talk with a dose of arrogance, some of us talk out of the blue moon, whatever we have been talking about campaigning with, but we have to maintain the peace. One thing, we have to maintain the peace, because it's okay, peace is better when poverty is around. It's better to be in peace when poverty is around. You cannot handle poverty well in the midst of war. Because of peace, you can go to your neighbor, they can be able to share with you. So you have one thing to maintain, the peace. Do not allow anybody who's beating war drum, especially those outside of Liberia. And I get mad when I see people outside Liberia talking about we remove this or we do this, we'll do that. If you're really serious about what you are talking, go to Liberia and join. But don't be outside and inciting violence. Inciting violence. For a long time, one thing George Weah maintained over 6 years is peace. George Weah has maintained the peace. We can talk about the small killing and things that have been happening in Liberia, but he's maintained the peace. So please maintain the peace regardless of the outcome. Once again, it's always a privilege to hang with you guys on a Saturday. Nation greatest John Z XYZ and Yana Davola, the favorite son of Nimba Kante. Do you have a call?
No.
All right. You can go ahead. I'm done.
Well, listen, gentlemen, thank you very much. Or listen to Opi Table. Well, we have the favorite son of Nimba Kante, Yana Davola, who is in Virginia, and the honorable man Joseph Zigzag Jr. Well, listen, gentlemen, the number to call again once more is 317-717-1162. We have like 13 minutes left in the show. We are still discussing the issue. We say to you, Liberian people, call on the show and pay your quota to the discussion. We are discussing here about the election. Comes November 14, 2023. The party and that of the CDC will be going in the election to see who's going to be the next president of the republic. Are we going to maintain the incumbent candidate, George Manawia, the man who has destabilized the community, the man who has destabilized the country, the various counties, the man who has brought drugs to the country? Our young people are not even thinking about education. Do you want to maintain this young man? Do you want to maintain the young man that is carrying on the secret killing in the republic, most especially in Monrovia? Are you going to maintain a tyrannic leadership that is destabilizing the country of Liberia? Or are you going to make a choice? You're going to make a choice with the seven-headed man who do believe that the song that the name front where in the interior, Yap Awolo have placed in mind that the Liberian people deserve change? Or are you going to stay talk about the Ome who believe that the doctor of Sando County or the doctor from Bliblo will be having the chance to be somebody in the future, educational wise? Or are you going to sit down there and allow this young man who will dance buka and do merry-make all over the country? Are you going to sit down and allow this man to take our resources to other foreign countries to make sure that our country will be a beggar to the international community? Or are you going to maintain the integrity of the Liberian people that were restored by Madam Edith Salih? So now the question to you is, comes November 14, 2023. I urge you, my fellow Liberians, I urge you to vote wisely. Vote wisely. And the choice of the people. We don't want the people to rig the election. I know that is the aim of the ruling political party, the CDC. But I said to you today, on my voice, I know millions of people will be listening to my voice. I urge you, the people of Liberia, to vote wisely and vote Joseph Yuma Boakai and that of Jeremiah Kun, President and Vice President of the Unity Party of the Republic of Liberia. And that's how we want it to be, because we believe that we can see from the diaspora that those guys will bring change to our republic. And that's what we stand for. And I'm telling you that if you want change in the republic, you have to vote wisely comes November 14, 2023. Anyway, I know Jan Vurula left the scene. Jan Vurula left the studio. Jan Vurula doesn't want to listen to the truth. But Jan Vurula, anyway, he was supporting the CPP that which was headed by Alexander B. Cummings. But Mr. Cummings had only 1.4% in the October 10, 2023 election. So Jan Vurula now has switched the pendulum to the CDC, that which they're going to be whooped again, comes November 14, 2023. Honorable Chairman, do you have anything to say before we can wrap it up, because we don't have a caller?
No, it's been a privilege hanging out with you guys on Saturday. Thank you very much. The nation greatest XYZ. And someone said I should ask you where you get the XYZ name from. I said, I don't know.
Tell them the name is X-Man Young Z. X-Man Young Z, that's the name. It's not just a common initial. It's X-Man Young Z, our name after one British veteran from the UK. But anyway, let's start the ball rolling. Tell them like that. I know they are listening very well. XYZ, X-Man Young Z. That's the greater XYZ.
Name from Great Britain.
From Liberia, the sons of Lofa Kante. I know you're on my voice. The name XYZ hails from Great Britain. X-Man Young Z is a name that came from ex-British soldier from the United Kingdom. Thank you very much. Anyway, this OP table, OP table, OP table, OP table, OP table. OP table. Yeah, friend of me, I'm here telling you, well, Honorable Chairman just said.
Yan left us. Oh my goodness, Yan is busy, no problem.
Yeah, go ahead, Honorable Chairman, go ahead.
I said Yan left, Yan is busy, no problem. See you guys next week, Saturday. Enjoy, vote wisely.